placement number 5, we have the AK47 and the Swiss. This is my sniper class, so we're going to dive in with the Swiss first of all. We are using the grease suppressor muzzle, which gives us the faster bullet velocity. It also helps us with vertical recoil control and effective damage range and that sound suppression, which is key and vital. When we rock the 24.9 combat recon for the bullet velocity to give it that biggest range that we can out of all the other barrels. We then use the bruiser grip for that movement speed and aiming stability to make this game literally not move at all. Then the airborne elastic wrap. I use this basically for the flinch resistance, so if I'm trying to pick my shots off against someone that's peppering with bullets, I can get those headshots or those neck shots on target. And then finally, I then use the 5mm laser for that ADS and the aiming stability. So this gun has no visual idle sway, beams, and the ADS is super damn quick on this gun. This gun is a beast. This has overtaken the KAR 98K in my view, and is a gun that's going to eventually be slightly nerfed, so use it whilst you can if you're a sniper lover. To pair this off, I tend to like to run with the AK47. I think this is a great pairing. For this I use the suppressor muzzle for that faster ADS, the bullet velocity, sprint to fire. It does affect my effective damage range, but I'm only using this for close to medium range engagements, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to be rocking the grease suppressor, which is going to penalise my aiming stability and the aim down sight speed, which is not what I want. Then for the barrel, I run the Spetsnaz RPK barrel, which gives me basically good horizontal and vertical control and good better bullet velocity as well. I tend to run sights on this. I don't like the normal iron sights, so I run a Microflex LED. 45 round mag and the Spetsnaz grip, which basically helps on that vertical and horizontal recoil control. I think this is a great pair, and the gun is a beast. It's got fantastic TTKs. If you're not an AR assault rifle guy that likes to pair it with your Swiss, pretty much I would probably go for something like the Bullfrog, the PPSH, or the Mac10. All of those three SMGs are great options, but definitely try this class out. Tell me what you like and think it's really good. In terms of perks, I use double time, overkill, and amped. Double time to give me that faster crouch speed, especially if using an assault rifle, and faster tactical sprint across the map. Semtex and a heartbeat sensor I pretty much go to, and amp for some quick change of my guns. That's pretty much placement 5, over and out. So in 4th place we have the Mac10 and the Quicksix, two very easy to use guns, especially if you're on controller. These guns both beam, very versatile, very mobile, just all in all good all-rounders. That's why they're my 4th place. They're just pretty much easy to use. So the Quig was nerfed recently. However, with the Quig itself, with the nerf, I don't think it's actually much of a change. The QBZ, most people would be thinking would replace this because the QBZ pretty much has the same stats but wasn't nerfed. However, it does have a slight kick on it, and it's very infuriating. With the Quig, it still just beams. It's pretty much, and even though with the damage profile slightly being adjusted, you'll be hitting your shots. So even if you with another gun you'll be missing a couple of shots, with this you won't. So this gun is still a very, very good class to use. If you are not enjoying having a game, just jump in with Mac10 Quicksix and you will have a blast. For this I run the agency suppressor for that bullet velocity and the vertical recoil control and the effective damage on it, as well as the sound suppression. I then use the CMV mil spec, which also helps with vertical recoil control. I'm not too worried about the aim down sights, because usually with this I usually have the gun out and already aim down sights when I'm taking the shots. If I'm in those close to medium range engagements, I'll be using my Mac10. Some people might like to use the Ranger, which basically doesn't give you the effects of the aim down sight and the sprinting move speed, but I like to stick with the CMV, actual 3x scope. And with this I rock the lovely green dot reticle, which I think is super clear, super precise, and very good. The field agent grip for that vertical and horizontal recontrol, and then 60 round mag, the most amount of bullets that I can have, because we do know that this has been nerfed, so you're going to be using more bullets to take down those kills. And on top of this, as you can see here, the mobility was quite low. I pair this with a Mac10, which I know is super fast around the map and is very, very good paired with the Quicksix. For this I run the sound suppressor, because I'm using my other gun for the medium long range instead of the agency suppressor grip. I'm not worried about that effective damage range con. For the task force barrel, this basically does affect your horizontal and vertical control, but this gun literally does not move. So the bullet velocity, strafe speed, and effective aim are plus, as in my eyes. The SAS combat stock for that ADS fire and movement speed. the firing movement speed and the aim walking movement speed. Very good, and it only affects my hip fire accuracy. The 53 round drum mag, the standard size. Don't go for the salvo fast because I don't want to be impacting my ADS. And then finally the Tiger Team Spotlight for that movement speed and aim walking movement speed, which is very good. If you are on controller, you might think about shoving on the Raider stock, which will also help with this gun as well, but I prefer the SAS combat stock for that strafement movement speed that it does on the side. For the perks wise, I tend to rock double time, overkill and amped, so quick swapping around with the guns, and for double time for the super speed of the crouching and for the extended tactical sprint. Rock this with your heartbeat sensor and Semtex. Laters. So in third place, we have the Mac10 with the CB8. The CB8 is a powerhouse in terms of power. It's a slow rate of fire gun, but it packs a punch. And for this, we rock the agency suppressor barrel for that vertical recoil control, bullet velocity, effective damage range, and sound suppression, which is all key. The only impacts are the ADS and the aim instability. For the underbarrel, we run the field range grip to help us with that recoil control for the horizontal and vertical. The task force barrel for that bullet velocity, recoil control, and effective damage range. And the actual 3 times with the green dot. We rock here the 45 round drum. The reason why we run the 45 round drum is because this gun is a slow firing, hard hitting gun. So if you are making those bullets count, you don't need an excessive amount of bullets, and I don't want to be affecting my ADS by taking the 55 round drum. And that's the reason why I picked this. This is a high skill level gun, but if you can control that recoil, it is pretty much going to be the best gun in Verdansk at present. And then pairing this off, we pair it off with the Mac10. This time I rock the agency suppressor instead of the sound suppressor, just to give me that little bit more range around the map. It does affect my ADS, but I'm quite happy with that. And the rest of it is the same. The Task Force, Tiger Team Spotlight, SAS Combat Stock, and the 53 round drum mag. Pair this again with double time, overkill and amped, with a heartbeat sensor and Semtex. This combined together is a very, very good class. The only thing you might want to do is, if you really want this to be the full-on powerhouse in terms of close range, change this Mac10 out to the OTS9 and you will decimate players in that close range up to 15 meters, and then you will use your decimating C58 for anything above. So guys, check it out, hope you like it, and get some goddamn kills in Verdansk, my friends. So now down to second place, my friends, and I tell you what, it's getting heated. I tell you what, this class is pretty much on par with number 1. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm rocking the Bullfrog and the Stoner, and these guns absolutely are a blast. For the Stoner, I'm rocking the agency suppressor that gives me that sound suppression, that vertical recoil control, bullet velocity, and effective damage range. Pairing this with the Task Force barrels for even more recoil control, effective damage range, and bullet velocity. Shove on the underbarrel with the field agent grip, and that will control your horizontal and vertical recontrol. 120 round mag, so you can play trios and quads and take out squads like no tomorrow. And pair this with the roll and cross 4x scope, so you are literally a medium to long range beaming legend. Pair this with the nice green dot reticle and you are good to go to smash some teams to smithereens. Pair this with the Bullfrog, which is a great gun for moving around the map. Super quick mobility, not as fast as the Mac10, but this has a lovely, nice standard 55 round mag. You could always remove the Bruiser grip, which gives you that movement speed and hip accuracy, and basically change it for the 65 round mag if you're wishing to have even more bullets in your mag. Pair it with the Grew Suppressor for that extra effective damage range. The Task Force barrel, which also gives you effective damage range, bullet velocity, and strafe speed. To pair it with the Tiger Team Spotlight for that movement speed and aim walking movement speed, along with the KGB schedule stock for that sprint to fire, ADS, and you are good to go, my friends. Run this with double time, overkill and amped, or you might in general want to swap double time for EOD, because this is a good pairing, but I prefer double time because the Stoner itself, when you are using it, is a slow gun, so I'd rather be rocking that, Semtex and heartbeat sensor. And guys, these are meta guns. Well, the Stoner's meta, the Bullfrog is pretty good. You could pair it with the OTS if you really want the meta, but man, check it out, have some fun. Now, we are in first place, guys, and here we have the OTS9 and the Pharah. The OTS9 is the best SMG for close range, without a doubt, guys. There's no more to say. Let's just show you what you're rocking on this. We're rocking the Grew Suppressor for that better effective damage range. The Task Force. Oh my god, I'm talking too quick. This is so much fun, guys. This gun is fantastic. So we got the Task Force barrel, effective damage range, bullet velocity, and stray speed. This helps out. Does have a bit of a vertical recoil and horizontal control con, but to be honest, this gun does not move at all. It's pretty much like Mac10. It is awesome. Shove on the Tigers in Spotlight for that movement speed and aim walking movement speed, and then the KGB skeletal stock for that faster sprint to fire, ADS firing movement speed and aim walking speed, and it does affect your hip fire accuracy but not too badly, and then the 45 round fast mag for that faster reload time. This setup is king. Trust me. Use it, abuse it before it gets nerfed. And then we pair this with the Pharah. The Pharah used to be a meta gun back in the day, and it's now been bought with all the nerfs that's gone place. This gun has come back. So this gun hits a faster TKK than the Krig. Recoil still super easy to use with this loadout is pretty damn fantastic. So for this we use the Grew Suppressor for that sound suppression, vertical recoil control, the bullet velocity and the effective damage range. Pair it with the 18.7 inch Spetsnaz RPK barrel, and this even increases and helps you out in terms of your bullet velocity, effective damage range and your vertical and horizontal recoil control. Pair it with the Spetsnaz grip for that more recoil control. 60 round mag, so we've got the most mag size that we've got, and the axial 3 times. These guns are my meta guns. This is what I love to rock when I'm in Verdansk. In those close confined conditions, I'm going to be shredding players with the OTS. The only other gun that's going to probably come compared to it and kick my ass is the Gallo, but I hate shotguns, so I'm not going to use that. Some of you, I want to swap out the OTS for the Gallo if you really want to dominate those in-building situations. And the Pharah is absolutely fantastic, easy to use, good TTKs, good for medium to long range, very good gun. And with this re-rock double time overkill and amped, as well as Heartbeat Sensor and Semtex. Guys, I hope you like first place, because I certainly do. See you guys in Verdansk. Leaders.